Hello, I'm Atujama and you're watching HornbillTV's Prime at 9 now. The ceasefire agreement between the Government of India and the Nikki Sumi-led NSCNK has been extended for a period of 1 year with effect from September 7, 2022 to September 7, 2023. A delegation of the NSC and GPRN CFSP team led by their supervisor Abel Zingril Tour signed the pact of ceasefire extension with the center today at the Hotel Ashoka in New Delhi. A press release received here on Wednesday stated it was informed that a group left for Delhi on Monday to hold meeting with the Government of India officials in connection with the extension of the ceasefire agreement.
Stand by this. 3, 2, 1, down. Take it.
The Tata Memorial Center in Mumbai, Nagaland's Department of Health and Family Welfare and Department of Economics and Statistics launched the Medical Certification Cause of Death and Affordable Cancer Care Project on September 7 at Hotel Vivor in Kohima. Addressing the program, Nagaland Chief Secretary D. Alam urged for implementing the projects in the right spirit so that the benefits of the projects reach the people. He said Nagaland has a high number of cancer patients and it is necessary that cancer care facilities should be set up in the state. He requested the Tata Memorial Center to set up a unit which could be a part of a district hospital or a part of the forthcoming medical college.
The registration of births. So with the Economics and Statistics Department, we were concerned that why birth certificates are not being issued online. Why these birth certificates have to be issued manually. So every aspect, everything that we do has a lot of layers. And I was told that there are issues in why birth certificate sometimes is not being taken online. I do not know whether death certificate is also issued online. It must be, yes. But then for medical certification, again, it is a more complicated process. And as earlier speaker mentioned, Nagaland is behind other states in terms of certification of this kind of deaths. We are only at 7%, that is 24th in the state. I would like this rank to go up because these days all progress is being measured in terms of ranks. So we would definitely like to have our ranks go up.
2, 1, down. Take it.
Also, Dr. Ravikant Singh, officer in charge of HPCH NRC, said that the basic importance of the MCCD is information. Death certificates are of considerable use to public health planners, administrators, medical professionals and research workers. MCCD is used in the assessment of the effectiveness of public health programs. On the Affordable Cancer Care Project, Dr. Singh mentioned that their aim is to take cancer care services nearer to district levels, and for the first phase, they have identified Kohima and Mukokchung districts as their targeted intervention, where they will be training all the medical staff on cancer screening processes. Along with the Health and Family Welfare Department, he said they will be setting up some chemotherapy centers in the state.
Mandatory that in all the death certificate, as a doctor or the whosoever is responsible to issue the death certificate, we have to mention the exact cause of death. Why we have to improve this? So there is a saying that what you can't measure, you can't improve.
Now, how this system is monitored is the managing director, principal investigator, the co-principal investigator, and project technical officer and technical data entry operator. These are the main person.
Shops in Moontown will be shut in protest against extortion activities and harassment in Moontown's market. The Moon unit of the Konyak Union held an emergency meeting with various organizations on September 6 in the Konyak Union's conference hall. The meeting was to discuss matters concerning what a press release from the Konyak Union on September 7 said was the situation in Moontown's market, where much extortion and harassment are allegedly taking place. According to Moontown's shopkeepers report, there is a lot of extortion and donation activities and harassment taking place in the markets, the press release stated. Moontown to protest the illegal activities in the market, the Konyak Union informed. All the shopkeepers of Moontown are requested to shut down their shutters from 6 a.m. to 6 p.m. on September 9. This is in accordance with a ban called by the Mon Bloc civil societies against extortion and harassment taking place in the market areas, the press release stated. The Konyak Union has also requested the Mon Area Students Union and Moontown Students Union to volunteer and enforce the ban. Any shop found violating this ban will be strictly dealt with, the press release stated.
Stand by. Stand by. 3, 2, 1, down. Take it.
The 2015 batch of the Old Nagaland Ad hoc Teachers Group has warned the government of agitations if the ultimatum it served expires without any positive outcome. The group issued a press release on Wednesday stating its intentions. On the expiry of 20 days without any positive response, the ANATD shall resort by agitating to the end, and that the 20 days period expires on September 24, the group stated. A response is anticipated from the department before September 24, it stated. The group has asked all its members to gather and be present at Kohima on the 24th of September.
Stand by. 3, 2, 1, take it.
Major landslide at Sonapur in Meghalaya bordering Kachar district of Assam has left thousands of vehicles stranded since Tuesday, September 6. PWG officials of its Jaintia Hills division is working round the clock to clear off the area as the National Highway 6 connects Assam's Barak Valley, Tripura, Mizoram and parts of Manipur.
Sure.
The State Cabinet on Wednesday approved the Meghalaya Ropeway Bill 2022. Speaking to reporters, Chief Minister Konrad K. Sangma said, the very important Meghalaya Ropeway Bill 2022 was cleared today by the Cabinet, and this will be placed in the upcoming autumn session of the Assembly. He said the bill is basically to lay down the procedures for different passengers, tourist ropeways that are expected to come up in the state. Sangma said that Rs 140 crore was sanctioned for the Shillong Peak Ropeway, which is the first passenger ropeway in the state through the New Development Bank. The government is expected to call the tender for this ropeway in the next 15 to 30 days' time.
Today the Meghalaya Ropeway Bill 2022. This is basically a bill that is going to lay down the procedures for different passenger tourist ropeways that are expected to come up in the state. The first one being the Shillong Peak Ropeway, for which an amount of roughly about approximately 140 crores through the New Development Bank has already been sanctioned, and we expect that we should be calling the tender for this ropeway, Shillong Ropeway project, in the next 15 days to 30 days time. And so this act basically is a bill is basically to give a proper structure on how applications can be made for ropeways and what are the different procedures to be followed in setting up the ropeways, the different bodies that will be in place which will give the necessary licenses and permissions, and what are the different safety measures that have to be taken up while putting up. All of these are being put in the bill, and obviously this will ensure that a standard procedure is set in place, keeping in mind the overall safety of the tourists and the citizens who will be using the different ropeways. So this very important Meghalaya Ropeway Bill 2022 was cleared today by the Cabinet, and this will be placed in the Assembly in the coming Assembly session to be cleared in the Assembly session.
One down. Take care.
Assam Chief Minister Himanta Biswa Sarma on Wednesday said if Rahul Gandhi feels sorry for his grandfather Jawaharlal Nehru's mistake of partition, then he should try to integrate Pakistan and Bangladesh with India. Taking a jibe at Congress-led Bharat Jodo Yatra, Sarma said India is intact. We are one nation. Congress disintegrated India in 1947.
भारत है वो तो भारत जुड़ा हुआ है, कश्मीर से कन्याकुमारी, सिलचर से सौराष्ट्र, हम लोग तो एक देश है, हम लोग जुड़ा हुआ हो, तो जुड़ा हुआ क्या नहीं है। सो 1947 में कांग्रेस ने ये भारत को खंडित किया था, भारत और पाकिस्तान, बाद में बांग्लादेश भी आया। अगर राहुल गांधी का मन में कोई एपोलॉजी है कि मेरा नाना ने गड़बड़ करके गया था या पंडित नेहरू का समय में जो हुआ था वो होना नहीं चाहिए था, अगर उनका मन में रिग्रेट है तो भारत जोड़ो अभी भारत का टेरिटरी में करके कोई फायदा नहीं है। आप पाकिस्तान को जोड़ने का कोशिश कीजिए, बांग्लादेश का जोड़ने का कोशिश कीजिए और अखंड भारत के लिए प्रचेष्टा कीजिए, अगर आपका मन में कोई रिग्रेट हो पार्टीशन के लिए। अगर नहीं हो तो ठीक है, लेकिन कश्मीर से कन्याकुमारी, सिलचर से सौराष्ट्र तक कोई भारतवर्ष को जोड़ना जरूरत नहीं है। ये भारतवर्ष बहुत बढ़िया से इंटीग्रेट हो चुका है और इसमें कोई विखंडित होने का कोई सवाल नहीं है देश में।
जयराम रमेश बता रहे हैं कि आप पार्टी के प्रति डिवोशन दिखाने के लिए
पहले मुझको आप बताइए, ये बार बार आप लोग जयराम रमेश का बात बोलते हैं, वो है कौन? असम में कोई रहता है, कौन है कौन? इसका बारे में मेरा तो कोई आइडिया नहीं है।
कांग्रेस लीडर
कांग्रेस का लीडर का नाम कौन अभी याद?
सर आपने सर इसको सर कॉमेडी ऑफ द सेंचुरी
आप बार बार ये बोलते रहे जयराम रमेश, और व्यक्ति कौन है? मैं जब कांग्रेस का समय में मैंने ऐसा कोई व्यक्ति का साथ बहुत ज्यादा क्लोजनेस में मैं नहीं आया था।
सर आपने
कौन है मैं जानते भी नहीं हूँ।
सर आपने सर इसको सर कॉमेडी ऑफ द सेंचुरी कहा है।
ये कॉमेडी नहीं है क्या? आप ही देश को तोड़ा था 1947 में, और देश को तोड़ने का बाद अभी बोल रहे हैं हम भारत को जोड़ने के लिए बाहर आ गया हूँ, और कहाँ आया है? वही भारत जो जोड़ा हुआ है। तो ये कॉमेडी नहीं है तो और क्या है, आप बताइए।
Down. Take care.
Indigenous Peoples Association of Kangli Pak (IPAK) distributed presents along with certificate to women three-wheelers, auto vehicle drivers as a part of 9th Foundation Day celebration. On the sidelines of celebration, HornbillTV caught up with Oinam Laibi, the famous auto driver who bravely took a young girl all the way to a remote part of Kamtong district amidst COVID first wave. She is popularly known as Iche Laipi. She is 52 years old and driving auto for last 12 years. While talking to HornbillTV, Laipi recounts how she bravely drove all the way on a cold, foggy night to a remote village of Kamtong district from Imphal.
Bye. Play.
केवल की थोड़ा तो वाइटा है मोई तामोसिन जितना कारण वाइट वाला आई न सुनाई वाला ना मोई न करना सुनता बियन मरी हाथ को बियन चिंजिया बता दिया कमाई
Stand by. 3, 2, 1, down. Take care.
The New Delhi Municipal Council on Wednesday approved a proposal to rename Rajpath as Kartavya. Lok Sabha MP and NMDC member Meenakshi Lekhi said the proposal was approved in a special meeting of the NDMC Council. NDMC Vice Chairman Satish Upatti said the proposal was received from the Ministry of Housing and Urban Affairs. He said now the entire stretch and the area from the Netaji statue at India Gate to the Rashtrapati Bhavan will be known as Kartavya Path. The centre has decided to rename Rajpath and Centre Vista lawn stretching from the Rashtrapati Bhavan to India Gate as Kartavya Path. On September 8 evening, Prime Minister Narendra Modi will inaugurate the entire stretch which has been renovated under his government's ambitious Central Vista redevelopment project.
Stand by. Nagaland. 3, 2, 1, down. Take care.
A huge catch of arms, ammunition and explosives were recovered by police and the army during operations in Sonitpur district in the Mishamari area along the Assam-Arunachal Pradesh border on Monday. The catch included explosive and rifles from one of Mishamari's tea estates in Sonitpur district of Assam. Sources said that the owner of the catch had the belongings buried on the banks of Belsiri River. An operation was led by Sonitpur Additional Superintendent of Police, Madhurima Das.
3, 2, 1, down. Take care.
Ganesh Chaturthi and its festivities in Maharashtra is known to all, but the same festival celebrated in Karimganj district of South Assam becomes viral for different reasons which raise a lot of eyebrows. Club Akansha of Karimganj town not only performed Ganesh Chaturthi with themes of floods in Barak Valley and Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav to decorate the pandals. This time things went a bit berserk on the day of immersion of the idol on Tuesday, September 6 night. Initially, the dancers were believed to be members of the third gender. Two men dressed as women dancing on top of a truck and gyrating to Bhojpuri music did not go down well with residents of Karimganj town. Bajrang Dal members of Karimganj have not only protested the act by Club Akansha but have also warned them of an FIR against them. Club Akansha on Wednesday, September 7, apologized to the public for hurting their sentiments and said that the two are both men and their profession is reportedly to dress as women and perform before crowds. Club Akansha reportedly assured it would not do a similar thing in the future.
সর্বপ্রথম আমি বজরংদলের পক্ষ থেকে এই অপসংস্কৃতির পূর্ণরূপে আমি ধিক্কার জানাই। শুধু আকাঙ্ক্ষা ক্লাব দিয়ে নয়, যে বা যারা এরকম অশ্লীল নৃত্যবাজিকে ধর্মীয় সংস্কৃতির সঙ্গে যারা মিলাতে চায় আমি তাদেরকে ধিক্কার জানাই এবং তার বিরুদ্ধে আমরা কঠোর পদক্ষেপ নিতে বাধ্য হব। আজ আকাঙ্ক্ষা ক্লাব যেভাবে এরকম কিছু কিন্নর সমাজের মানুষ
গতকালকের যে বিসর্জন অনুষ্ঠানে দুজন ছেলে মানুষ নৃত্য পরিবেশন করেছিল, এইটা নিয়ে সোশ্যাল মিডিয়া বিভিন্ন প্রতিক্রিয়া দেখতে পেয়ে আমরা দুঃখিত। আসলে এরা কোনো মেয়ে না, এরা ছেলে মানুষ এবং এটা এদের পেশা।
কি কাজ করেন আপনারা?
আমরা মানে আমরা এটা আমরা ডান্স করি। আমরা কোনো মেয়ে নাই, আমরা ছেলে, মেয়ে বলে ডান্স করি। আর আমরা এটা
3, 2, 1, down. Take care.
That's all we have for now. Keep watching HornbillTV.
Yeah.